So if you look at these brackets, it's going to keep whatever equation I want in between 0 and 5. So these are called restrictions, and you can put restrictions in Desmos. So as you can see, I made a little vertical line, and it goes between 0 and 5. And I'll do the same here. I'm going to keep it between 0 and 5. I'm going to make another vertical line. This top one here is an absolute value equation. With absolute values, whenever you take it out of the absolute value signs, it's always a positive. So if you graph them, you always get a V because it's going to keep going in the positive direction. So if I'm going to take out this negative, and if I put the Y here, you're going to get that. But what I want to do is I want to invert it. So I'm going to put a negative in front. That means all the values, all the X values I put into the equation, the Y values I get out, are going to be negative. Now I want a horizontal line going through 0 on the y-axis. Vertical lines use x is equal to, in this case, I wanted it to go through 3, so I went ahead and put it through 3. And I put the restrictions between 3 and 1. Another line, but I have a gradient of 1 and -2. So if this extended, it would pass through the y-axis at -2. But I put restrictions because I don't want it to go all the way down to the y-axis. I just wanted it to stop there. I did it again, this time with a negative gradient. And something's appearing, but I feel like something's missing. I'm able to discern what this is supposed to be, but I still feel like there's something missing. Gosh, let me think. Equation of a circle, and again, if you use the table of values just the simple way, back when we were graphing lines, you'll see you put values in for x, you get values out for y. So if you solve for y and you graph this, you get a circle. That circle will always be on the origin, but if you want to move it, you can put it in this form, where hk is actually the center. So h is the x value and k is the y value. And you can move it from the origin, the circle, which I'm going to demonstrate. So if I put in x, the value there, and the y value here, you get a circle that goes around the origin. You can see it here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see it better. And if I want to shift it, which I do, I don't want it to be on the origin necessarily, then I'm going to do, I shifted it there, and now I'm going to shift it up. I'm using negative signs because I want it to go in 2 positive directions. And if we go back to this, you can see that you're going to change the sign. So I put in negatives, and I have a, for instance, for h, it's -3. So -3 makes a positive, and it's going to move positive 3 units. -4, it's going to move up 4 units. But, oh, sorry, let me come back to here, radius squared. So I can give this what appears to be a man. He's got a pretty big head, so I'm going to make it a little smaller. Nah, it's still a little out of proportion. I'm going to make it a little smaller. I do that because it's radius squared. And that looks about right. Very handsome man. Kind of gloomy, isn't it? So let's try to brighten up his day a little bit, make his day a little better. It's got to be depressing to be this guy. After all, he doesn't even have a body. So let's go ahead, and I've already typed in the equation for a circle, except one critical component, the equal sign. What is that? Maybe that's a sun, but a white sun, who's ever heard of that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in an inequality value. Whoops, that I forgot to hit the shift button, and there we go. Now we have a red sun. It's got to be pretty hot for this guy, so I'm going to have to move the sun over a little bit just so he feels the warmth. Maybe a little bit more so it doesn't burn his house down. So I'm going to change it to 10. Yeah, a little bit more. That's about right. Just perfect, isn't it? It's just perfect. It's a sunny day. He's out taking a walk. But still, I feel like something eerie is going on. I just feel this, I have this strange feeling like something's about to happen. Equation of an ellipse. And I think the ellipse can make this day a little bit more realistic. Because something appeared in the sky. This is the equation of a parabola. This looks something like this. They go on for infinity. You can make adjustments. I'm not going to, that's beyond the scope of this video though. But I'm going to put a negative sign because I want to invert it. I knew something was amiss because suddenly there's a flying saucer above this man. I knew it. I knew it felt ominous. Well, just one linear equation away. Let's see what happens when I put y into this function. This function. Oh my God. It's shooting. It just blew up his house. Oh my God, that's scary. Let's hope it doesn't shoot again. Let's just hope. Oh my God. It shot again. It narrowly missed. Barely missed. I hope it doesn't shoot again, but we're never going to find out because this video is over.